art and character designs provided by Demon Artie. Be sure to follow her over on Twitter at ArtieDemon. Want to be first to have access to early artwork, concept sketches, exclusive art that can't be seen anywhere else? Then support Demon Artie over on her Patreon. Link in description below. Welcome everyone back to the Crimson 15 podcast. I'm your host, Crimson Sin.
A15 PCA.
Native 454.
Be sure to check us out over on Twitter at C15 Podcast. Join the discussion over on Discord, link in the description below. And if you're enjoying the videos, be sure to sub, like, share, and hit that bell for notifications. So we are getting a sequel to Labyrinth. I'm glad it's not a remake because I absolutely just hate remakes. Continue the story. But I have all these weird feelings about this because David Bowie's dead and no one can be the Goblin King but David Bowie.
Yeah,
That's going to be too hard to fill, I think.
But how do you do a Labyrinth story without the Goblin King?
Unless it's his
Goblin
successor.
King, Goblin King.
Is his successor, maybe? I don't know.
Or unless they go way back before he actually, he was how the Goblin King became. But then also I'm thinking, do I really want to know that?
Yeah, like, was he ever human? Or was he always like a wizard or something?
This is why.
But then that's not a sequel, that's a prequel. And I hate when they do that when part 2 is really a prequel.
Yeah.
That's stupid. Finish the story if you're going to do that. Don't do that right away.
But we got some official, this is from GameRant.com. Doctor Strange, director, helming Labyrinth 2. So he's got that, the crazy magic and all that stuff. So I can see it's a good choice. It's not my dream choice, but it's a good choice, I think. But I don't know where they're going with this because there was anyone remember Tokyo Pop? There was a manga adaptation that was a sequel, and that was an okay story.
Yeah, I read all of that. It was pretty decent. It wasn't the greatest. I feel like there was some little plot holes, but overall, nice. I liked it.
A lot of callbacks and little silly things.
Very funny callbacks. People seeing the old crew, even though there was a new crew in the books, but seeing all of them.
You seeing Sir. What was his name? The guy on the bridge, the little dog.
He was
Sir something Miss Adamus or something like that. I forgot what his name was. But
I know his dog Ambrosius.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
Ambrosius.
Yeah.
You coward.
I'm sure Hago's in it.
See, the funny thing, because if you remember in the first movie, he tells him, if she ever kisses you, I'll make you a prince of the Bog of Eternal Stench. So when they had the gathering of all the royalty, he's there because he's a prince now. Because he promised him you'd make him a prince, but he's a prince of the freaking Cockland.
Yeah, he is. He is, and it's so funny. The Goblin King even goes as far as giving him servants and people.
Yeah, he has a kingdom there now.
Well, that's so funny about that because I remember the big. I forgot the name of that.
Pluto
was all smells bad.
Yeah. So he's like royalty now. That's literally the most disgusting place on the freaking world.
Yeah. Hey, well, at least you're the king of the trash heap. Why not, right? At that point.
And also his whole plan on that was to try to find a successor and to go find Sarah. Oddly enough, and to be with her.
See, because this is the story. Again, I would like to take the storyline. You do it. What was it? 15 years later, because Toby is now a senior in high school. So the Goblin King's like, I always liked Toby. He can be the new Goblin King. I'm stepping down. See you later. Deuces. Pff, and just gets out of there, and everyone's like, what?
Now that would be kind of cool, and it'd be a good way to get David Bowie out of there.
But he's part of the story because he wanted to be with Sarah.
I know.
Now Sarah's a woman now, and she's not a 15-year-old girl.
I hope Jennifer Collins in this too.
In some way.
She could be the mom at this point.
She could be the stepmom. That's kind of because in the manga that comes up too because.
She always hated her stepmom in the movie.
Yeah, and Toby still likes the fantasy stuff, and she kind of hates that. She's always like, no, you got to be serious.
Because she's like the drama teacher now.
Yeah.
But she's more about serious dramas, and she lost all that imagination.
Yeah.
And this fantastical worlds and everything. So that's a big part of how that got taken away from her.
And they can make even maybe she kind of thought that maybe that wasn't real sort of in her mind, and now she gets reintroduced to it.
Yeah.
Kind of and then she comes back to her again.
But I'm thinking they're probably going to take none of that.
Probably
that would be cool.
There was a lot of cool things I liked in the manga.
Because again, to do someone that's kind of manly, but has that kind of feminine.
Who can pull off a David Bowie now?
If it was 20 years younger, Mick Jagger could, but he's too old.
Yeah, with all these kinds of rocker type guys. Is there anyone out there that could pull it off? But there's people who can, but they don't look like David Bowie. They don't look anything like him. But it is a Goblin King. He has magic. Oh, I just changed my appearance. Would you accept that?
Do you want someone else? That's kind of
but he's dead. It's not like they're doing it and then you're like, screw you, David Bowie. You don't want you in the movie. He's dead.
Gone, I know.
So does that mean there can never be a sequel just because one of the actors died?
But he's the most iconic character.
I know.
We're not talking not to be mean. Sarah, you feel like you can get another girl.
And it has to be a performer. It has to be a guy who's an actor and a musician or a rock star or something. He can't just be an actor. And he needs to have both because that just has that flavor, you know. He needs to like be this like flamboyant, but he's still masculine. But he's
That's
still
that's that weird balance. He could do both.
Yes.
See, this man actually did hardcore and did glam rock. You know, and he pulled it off. He could do both like that.
Oh.
I believe I can be of some assistance.
Yeah.
What? David Bowie. But I don't know. I would like for them to use the sequel comic manga to be like a blueprint.
Yeah.
So I kind of like that continuation of the story because it brings back Toby, it brings back Sarah, it gives them a reason to be there.
But here's a problem with that is are they even going to read that? Are they going to be part of it? That's the problem.
Is Jim Henson a part of this in any way?
That's another thing.
I mean, probably his son is. I'm assuming.
If they don't have puppetry in some form, I don't.
Oh yeah, they have to. There's no way.
Yeah, as Deadline Hollywood reported that Dickerson has been attached, which is the director of Doctor. I'm going to say Strange Things of Doctor Strange, to the project for the Jim Henson Company and TriStar Pictures. So they got to be a part of this. And but we have nothing about storyline whatsoever.
It's got to have Jim Henson's crew on it. It has to.
Well, I thought the funniest thing thinking about Labyrinth now, because now we're talking about what we want and all that. But they should have the two guys there. She has to decide which door to go into. I think they're both lying. They're both lying.
See, but here's the thing. How many callbacks and things do you do without it being like, okay, we get it? You
don't do the hands. The hands was kind of silly. When she's falling down the tunnel, I didn't like those.
But the thing is, that's what made Labyrinth so, like, they decided, it's like Jim Henson decided, oh, I saw this thing one time, put it in the movie. Because, like, with the flame gang, whatever, those little dancing guys. And then he's like, it's so hard to make this work, Jim. The dude's like, okay, just do it. Like,
he goes, well, that's interesting, do it. Get it done. That's what he told him.
I'm glad you're having problems. Get it done.
Yeah, exactly. You want him to swallow the eyeballs and then come back on top of his eyes. Yeah. That was so hard to do. They did it, though.
But I love everything in the music. There's got to be music.
Oh,
because it's almost a musical.
Almost,
in a weird way. Because there's 12 songs.
Yes, very good songs too. Memorable songs.
We should have said this up front. As little CGI as effing possible.
Yes, I want
puppets. I want giant suits. Like Pluto when he comes down. Because he's big. It's an actual suit.
That's why I think I liked about Dark Crystal, the new series. They use as much puppetry as possible. That's what we want.
Yeah.
We don't want to see, CGI all the time.
I want the sets to look real. In the Labyrinth, they felt real. Like they were real.
Yeah. Even though there was a lot of like painted backdrops and stuff, it still had that era of like, because it's like a fantasy world.
Yes.
I like, there's just, how much nostalgia stroking do you do? Do you have the little blue worm guy? Do you have the guy who had the chicken thing coming out of his head? Do you have all those things?
You cut about half of it.
Yeah.
Well, none of those words, that one device, remember that big, like, the drill, and they're trying to go after a cleaner? Yeah.
The cleaners!
And at the end, it looks all stupid in the back part of the
it's the guy like on a bicycle.
That's one of the reasons why I liked about the manga, because during, like, the chapter headers, they would have those callbacks of those characters, and they wouldn't be in the story, but they were just there. Yeah, so it was like a drawing. So I did show the worm guy, and he's like, oh, we got a letter to go to the castle for the ball, or whatever.
Why would you want to go to that dreadful place? Yeah, just come inside, meet the missus. Like, how am I going to come inside your house? You're like this little dude.
And what also would be interesting, too, maybe Toby's adventure going to the Labyrinth will be different than Sarah's. Maybe he'll, like, remember, like, ways to get there quicker, or... But
see, the Labyrinth, I think they should, you can go... What made Labyrinth so cool is they didn't explain anything.
No.
Like, how much exposition and explanation do you do, or do you just throw them into this world and it just stuff happens to them?
Exactly.
Well, it all depends. Back then, I think a lot of young kids had more imagination, and that helped a lot. I think today kids
it's hard
everything.
Just to accept things.
Yeah.
Like, even though, like the original Star Wars, they just throw things at you like Jedis, and then you just accept it.
Yeah.
I don't know if people accept things like that in movies anymore.
Yeah. Not when it comes to fantasy.
Or anything, really. Yeah. Like, everyone wants everything explained to them, and they don't want to let their mind to make the connections.
Yeah.
Because wasn't there even a fairy on the new crew?
Yes.
And the thing, so like, the fairies are bad because they bite you and everything. And, like that little...
And they're almost like treated really badly.
Yeah.
A lot, and then like
pests.
Yeah, and then the one that was on his team, her wings got clipped, which was kind of messed up and like kind of dark.
Yeah, like how people pull the wings off a fly or something because they're disgusting and weird.
Another thing too, I also think about the original thing. I think the scariest part when that one lady tried to make it like her and put all her stuff on her back. Yeah, that's creepy. That part is creepy.
The collector lady.
Collector, yeah. I don't want her.
But a lot of us are like that.
Yeah,
we get really. Human beings, we like to collect things. We like to like surround ourselves with their stuff, and we want to give it up because remember how she didn't want her baby brother to have one of her bears.
Yes.
Well, what was going to happen? Nothing. But she just had that. It's mine. It's not yours. I want it to be. It's just going to sit on a shelf.
Yep.
Yeah.
And but that's that humans are greedy, but you got to be able to beat that though. You got to overcome it.
Yeah.
So it was about her journey overcoming herself.
Yeah,
because
that's just a creepy scene.
But the way she keep complaining about, oh, woe is me, it's not fair. In a lot of ways, it's that Alice in Wonderland adventure about becoming yourself, learning to overcome yourself. So does Toby go on that same?
I would hope so. And in the manga, they did that kind of like nicely. They did it where, he was learning that like, I have all these powers, but I got to learn how to be like responsible with them and learn how to control his own personal, feelings inside. Especially he had a lot of anger, actually.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Like it has to be about Toby, because if it's like about a whole new kid and a whole new Goblin King, and I don't know if I want to accept that at all in any way. No. I don't know. I'm so torn.
At least you can get a new Toby. You don't have to get the same actor, even though he would be the age now.
Yeah, he would be way older because that was in the 80s. If they want to get like a teenager or something, but I don't know. I'm gonna have to see some of the puppet designs, stuff like a trailer, the casting.
I think Jennifer Connelly being in it would be good for me. I want to see her in it.
Bring back as many of the original people as possible.
Even if they're little cameos, even if it's like tiny, tiny cameos.
Yeah, puppetry's gotten better. And they can do better like CGI to hide like the puppeteers and stuff. Yeah. But I'm so 50-50 on this, it's unbelievable. Like I'm so torn both ways.
But it's so funny. How many times have we been 50-50 we've been disappointed? A lot more than we have been surprised. Pleasant surprised. So let's hope they don't screw it up.
David Bowie.
Oh, he was such a classic.
What can I say? David Bowie.
Oh,
he was such a personality and he just had such a presence about him, and he's scary, he's handsome, he's charming, but he's brooding. It's like he had all these things.
He can fix it all at once. And I thought the best part is even when you first see him in the original movie, and he has the crystal balls, well, you could join and be this princess. And he wanted to choose. She wanted him to choose him, but she never did. Yeah. At the end,
I feel like no other person could have pulled this role off and actually been like seriously good.
I'm just glad it wasn't Michael Jackson. That was the original.
But the thing is, Michael Jackson was too controlling. He wanted to like change a lot of things. Yeah. And David Bowie was an actual real actor who could actually like okay, I'll follow the you put your input into it, but the director makes the decisions.
And I wouldn't have minded Michael Jackson, but I felt like it would have been more, not to mean more kiddish.
It would have been about Michael Jackson.
Yes.
You would have saw Michael Jackson, not the Goblin King.
No, and that's what you see with
even though David Bowie's this humongous personality, you saw the Goblin King.
He became the Goblin King. Did.
And, just like, do you do the romance stuff? Like that was in the first one, like the ballroom where she's like, when she gets trapped in the crystal ball.
I love that song. I have that song
but can you have that as the world falls down? But can you have that romance with Toby?
I think you could. Do you do something?
What if they make the Goblin Queen?
Like a woman takes the but how do you? I don't know.
You could. Or I was thinking maybe having the Goblin King try to control Toby to make him like kind of like him.
Like I don't. But so what do you do? Like there's so many different ways this can go. I need a plot. Even like the most thinnest outline, I need to know where they're going with this.
Well, hopefully we get a trailer this year, at least sometime this year,
or even a teaser,
something.
Another question: how many callbacks do you have for the original music?
See, that's the thing. The music is so good, but that's David Bowie again.
Yes, that is. The world falls down.
The world falls down.
I'm gonna tell you,
the underground. There's a magic dance. Did there be anything?
Magic dance. That's I love that.
I love that song. I love it so much.
Even the part when they're in the Escher painting at the end of the movie, and he's all, "Do you?" That's so good.
I love it. It's so great.
The way he even does the hoo-hoo, I don't know how, but he just...
Can you make a hoo-hoo-hoo manly? He pulled it off.
Yeah, he did, okay.
It's so funny because like you said, like David Bowie... It was masculine and feminine at the same exact time. Yeah. Like you can pull it off.
I'm gonna tell you right now, what would help Dark Crystal? They had the original theme song, and they didn't. So I want this to be the original theme song for Labyrinth. It did hurt. It did hurt.
I have a lot of high hopes and a lot of high expectations, and rightfully so.
Yeah.
This isn't just some random thing. This meant a lot to a lot of people, and it still does. Like our nieces and nephews and like your sons. They watch it.
It's timeless. It's
timeless because every kid loves puppets.
Yes.
There's no kid in the world who doesn't love puppets because it's cool and it's big and you see this fantastical thing and it's real.
Yeah, and it makes it look real and it's actually there. You can see it.
Yeah. It's not some CGI monster thing. Yeah. It's a real puppet. So I don't know. I feel so. if it got canceled, I almost like, we dodged a bullet. But I'm curious that I do want to see a sequel.
I do.
I know I would have been. I don't know, but I wish Jim Henson was still alive to helmet because
but that's
I know
the way it is.
good.
People dying.
I know. It sucks.
I feel like almost like opening Pandora's box. Like you
just want to see what's in it. You screw everything over.
Yeah.
How about you take a little peek? You can't do that.
You can't do that. It's open.
You crack that can of worms open. It's open.
Yeah, it is. And you can't undo it. You cannot ring that bell, my friend.
Yeah, it's going out. It's going.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll definitely have.
We'll be keeping an eye out for it.
The thing is, am I being too scrutinizing and too hard on it? It needs to be.
And that would have loved to see if they would release another comic of this movie. Would be nice.
Like something leading into the movie,
so we can get an idea what it's about.
They do a lot of that kind of stuff, so maybe we'll get stuff like that, or something like a little animated 15-minute, like they did for Blade Runner. Maybe they made that little.
Which I'm sorry is probably better than the movie. Sorry.
I like that little mini movie.
A lot more.
That came out,
But hopefully we get some more stuff, some production stills, way the puppets look. They got to let the public know because I can't come in blind. I just can't. I can't. My heart can't survive it.
They were like, next week it's coming out, and we know nothing. Yeah,
that's not good.
Crimson Saint here. Thanks for watching the video. If you're enjoying the content, be sure to sub, like, share, and hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss a single upload. If you have any tips or story ideas, hit us up on Twitter at C15Podcast, or better yet, join our Discord server, link in the description below.